chase it down for his own offensive rebound.
Low pressure, low pressure!
Coach is screaming ball pressure for Western Oregon. Got to get up. Mismatch right here. Mismatch right here. Got to be careful.
Three-pointer from Samuels. Gearing was giving him way too much space. Ball comes off again. Jason Smith, who was all for that foul just a couple minutes ago, gets the rebound. Gets it back up to Wynne, who pull-up jumper.
Tough
knocks
shot.
it down. That is a strong one. Gives a little gesture to the crowd.
It's a little gesture. That's going to get him riled up. I don't know if that was quite a good move.
That gives the lead back to the Pioneers. 47-45, 13:47 on the clock, and you never know if it's good to toss over that early.
A lot of ball to play left. A lot of ball.
It is great to see the fans out, as we mentioned, and
Very much.
anything to give a little bit more life is good for Western Oregon.
Right back there.
And Jordan Freeland comes back and knocks it right down off the assist from Brian McGill. Gives the Wolves the lead.
I think
right back at 40.
He's going to be key this year,
47.
Dan. He is going to. I think we've talked about the Kyle Long and Blair Whedon, but I think Jordan Freelander, he gives such great defense on the outside that he is going to be key for the Wolves this year as they give up a rebound right there.
Off the missed shot from Nick Marshall, Jarrell Turner comes in very strong, gets a nice tip off there, giving the lead right back to the Pioneers at 49-48. This has been a back-and-forth game.
Back and forth, up and down the court, just like we called it.
Don't have the lead changes in front of us, but I would assume that's at least about 10 lead changes in this one. Ooh, Kyle Long comes off pretty bad right there.
That ankle.
Gets up a little bit gingerly. Don't like to see that at all as he's grimacing coming up off the ground. Gets a little help from his teammate. Get some subs coming in right now. We got to see number 22, Felix Maponda, come back into the game.
Wolves still have the height advantage here, even with one big out there.
But number 35, though, Nick Marshall, for the Pioneers play, he's pretty skinny, pretty lanky, but, man, he plays well in their style defense where they're doing a lot of switching. He is a perfect fit with that.
Yep. And you recruit to the way you coach. I'm sure East Bay does that a lot. And big men are hard to find out there. Those talented big men are hard to find a lot.
Turnover right there by Jordan Freelander, who loses the ball going in, trying to make a move to
good stop, good stop. Good rotation here. Brady Bergeson talking about rotating. Good rotation.
Wolves playing man-to-man. They've stuck in this most of the game.
Look at the great defense by Jordan Freelander. Look at that. He's not, his hands are being very limited. It's all feet, and that's what you get taught as a young kid growing up.
Ball gets kicked out. Wynne knocks down another. They're just finding him. He's finding it's hard to leave a guy like that, but he seems to be finding open shots each time. It's going to be a foul coming right now against the Pioneers. A little too much hand checking, a little bit too much battle for position in there as Felix Maponda picks up the foul, and we go to another media timeout.
Fans need blazing fast internet, digital or high-definition television service, or how about home phone service? MyNet is your local resource for all your needs. Call 503-837-0700 or visit mynetfiber.com. MyNet, a proud supporter of Western Oregon athletics. Visiting Western Oregon soon, Best Western Dallas Inn and Suites in Dallas, Oregon, and Courtesy Inn, Monmouth is located adjacent to WU campus and are proud partners and sponsors of all sports events and student services offered at Western Oregon University. They are privileged to be located in close proximity to the campus, offering competitive advantage and superior lodging facilities for all visiting parents and students through the calendar year.
Interesting with all the fall season basically ending right now. This is kind of the Western Oregon fans, the first taste of the winter season being here. It gets here so early now that it just kind of feels like it just comes too quick. So this is nice little changeover, first home game, big tournament, and now we're kind of entering this winter season. Western Oregon sponsors men's and women's basketball as well as indoor track and field for the winter seasons.
Yep. No, and the track and field, the indoor, coming off the GNAC title, indoor GNAC title last year. Mike Johnson has those guys running hard.
Each time, I mean, going to nationals in each of the sports, men's team going in cross country, you mentioned right before halftime. Just nice to see being very competitive all the way through. Knocked down from Blair Whedon off the inbound pass. It actually got away with a little bit right there.
Coach Brady Bergeson yelling, be active, can't just stand around, got to keep your hand, especially now with this team, you got to be very active. There's a
Three-pointer from Samuels.
A good box out, good rebound by Colton Nelson there.
And overall, we talked about the size of the Wolves, but it's not really showing up on the rebound battles. They only lead by 2 overall rebounds. And, I mean, both teams have this very similar offensive rebound. And, of course, as you say, it's the announcer's jinx right there. You're always going to get showing up. But, hey, I'll say that any time if it leads to a rebound for Colton Nelson, who has 2 strong putbacks early in the game. Just right place, right time, using his size. And nobody's even coming close to him once he's able to actually pull down that offensive rebound. It's a pretty easy putback.
He's still going to get used to playing at that size. He's a little bit lighter. It's going to take some time, you know, adjusting to how your body reacts.
Strong. Gearing gets the first tip on the ball, but very strong rebound right there by McGill, who fights off the 2 guards for the Pioneers. Freelander just being a little hesitant right there. Huh?
Yep.
McGill, I don't think he would pass. Ball goes up, Gearing gets blocked on it by Marshall. Wolves are able to get the rebound, however, come back up top as McGill sets back up the offense. This will be a key stretch for the Wolves right here as well. Long off the floor. Reed takes over, knocks down another, giving the Wolves a 56-52 lead. He's 10:27 on the clock.
He's feeling it, and getting the timeout there are the Pioneers. He is feeling it, and that should give him, he's now 3 for 3 from the 3-point line.
Pretty good, pretty skilled individual right there, knocking him down. I actually think that actually might be 4 for 4 as he knocked down the one off the inbound.
Oh, that's true.
That one there.
That's true.
Pretty good when you can see your 2 senior guards, actually if we want to throw Jordan Freelander into that mix, them combined to go out there, just doing a quick little ad, but that would be 8 for 9 from behind the arc. I mean, you don't even knock that 8 for 9 down in practice in most cases.
No, and you know, like I said, we keep going back to what we touched upon before, just as the game started, that both these teams like to shoot the 3, and it just so happens that Western Oregon's having the better night shooting the 3, but I also think it's a credit to Western Oregon's perimeter defense you know, with Freelander, Whedon, and Long. They're doing a great job keeping a hand up. Although Pioneers have made some shots, they've at least had a hand up and made it very, very difficult for the Pioneers to get a good shot up.
There was also a long list of GNAC awards that came out for all conference football teams. With that first buzz, we're not going to have enough time, but I just want to make sure we say congratulations to Jason Slowey, the GNAC Offensive Lineman of the Year. It's tough to stand out amongst all those guys with so many offensive linemen. And Gavin Drake, who had a fantastic year, was co-defensive lineman of the year. Those guys put in a lot of hard work in the gym, on the field, and now it's nice to see a couple of those things show up. The Wolves unfortunately lose Jason Slowey next year as a senior will graduate, but we'll have Gavin Drake again next year.
Hopefully going to the NFL.
Pioneers inbound the ball really quickly right there, swing the ball around. They always dip that shoulder. They do a very good job getting in that 3-point stance. They're putting the ball on the ground a lot, but man, they've shot a lot off of it too. Swing it over to the corner.
And the foul.
That was not a good foul right there by Colton Nelson, who really did not need to put his hand on the guy, put it into his chest. Trey Malden, that's something you do in pickup games and try to mess with the guy, but when you're in competitive basketball, that one's going to get called almost every single time.
Yeah, and that's what
his
happens.
fourth, too.
That's what happens when you're late rotating over.
Yep. Not a good thing with, as we mentioned, with Colton Nelson and lack of size. Well, not lack of size, but just being one of the better big guys out there to get 4 fouls, 10 minutes to go in the game. Coach Ferguson has to pull him out as they send Chris Bama White back into the game.
And this is a huge opportunity for Chris White. Gets a chance to prove himself a little bit, gets some good quality minutes, and which is going to be a benefit to the Wolves.
Be very important. You hope right now that the scoring load doesn't fall just on the guards, as Gearing and White need to get a couple of those easier baskets in there. But right away, McGill goes strong to the hoop. Just a short, he's a little short. Chris White goes up strong, high above everybody. Just doesn't seem to be able to corral it as the rebound goes after that somewhat attempted tip, goes back to the Pioneers, who come right back down the floor. Strong move by Samuels, who tries to go right around Gearing, but just with the body contact, it's not like that, able to make a ball. Patience is not always a bad thing. Even if you want to be a running team, it's not exactly the worst thing in the world to have a little bit of patience out there. Jordan Freelander with the ball, watching the guys run off screens as McGill's running all across the baseline. Now, Blair Whedon looks right at the guy in the eye and seems to go at him, finds Freelander in the corner, who just leaves a little bit short.
Chris White.
giving yourself an extra possession. That's what that guy's really about. Playing a little defense, using that athleticism out there. I'd like to see them hit him in the post a couple times because this might be one of the only times all year that he's not, that the guy with the post on him smaller.
Yep, exactly. Use his size, a little bit of his athletic ability to his advantage.
However, that one comes off the floor from McGill.
Got to get back. You got to get back.
They knock down the shot. Trey Malden knocks it down, giving the Cal East Bay back a 59-56 lead.
Yep, got to get back.
Unfortunately, that's what I meant. As you mentioned, McGill had to get all the way down after taking that three-pointer in the corner and run all the way back to get that one. Just from inside the three-point line, Jordan Freeland knocks it down, pulls the Wolves back to within one.
Good luck.
It's important for him to knock some of those ones down because he is one of the Wolves' better drivers. And so we can hit something from the outside. Should definitely create some space and get him a little tighter on him to be able to come down. But they're just getting too many open shots in the corner right there.
No.
Even though they didn't shoot the three, right there, Felix Mapondo was able to really use that head fake in the corner because they have found so many open looks there and get a layup, giving them back a 61-59 lead.
Got to keep moving. Can't stand around. Got to keep moving. Oh, good drive. Good drive. Opens up shots a little bit.
Travel right there, I believe. They're actually going to call a foul on that one before the travel.
Could explain why he traveled.
Exactly.
Got pushed in the back.
Hard to do it when you get that one. But we'll actually go to media timeout right now. Sean down there in the corner. Did they call it third?
Over the last 25 years, Oregon has established itself as a major producer of exceptional wines, and Eola Hills Wine Cellars has been a significant part of this regional growth. Located in Rickreall on South Pacific Highway 99 West, just minutes from Salem, Eola Hills Wine Cellars tasting room is open daily, 10 to 5. Enjoy their award-winning Sunday brunch or visit eolahillswinery.com for a list of exciting events.
Very nice to see all the fan support we've had here too. It's always especially great to see the students. We know it's a Friday night and we know there's other opportunities and things to do out there, but great to see them stick around. And as I mentioned, some of the guys, especially behind us, a lot of them I recognize as track and field guys out there, but really took on the theme of wearing the red. Some of them out there in the Wolves United, the new Western Oregon club that they've started out there for the student club out there.
Yep, we even got some costumes. We got a referee in there. We got an angry bird in there, so showing some spirit.
That's what you like to see, though. And it's always good to, as I mentioned, great work by the camera crew up there right now, who is making sure to zoom in on him every once in a while, covering the game very well. Even though I haven't been able to stay with all the action, but I've been able to see, especially that steal right before halftime by Kyle Long and things like that. That's very great to see that. How good they've done on the work this one. So, pretty big stretch. Maybe not critical, but make sure to stay in the game. Wolves are down by 2 right now. 61-59 with 7:39 on the clock right now. Inbounding it right now to Jordan Freelander. Looks for Jamal Veal.
Running set play here. We're going to look for probably either Freelander coming off the screen. Had him.
Missed him, yeah.
Yep.
Veal's holding the ball. Has to take another timeout.
That's a tough timeout. That's a tough timeout. You're trapped in the corner.
And Brady is not very happy about that one.
Nope. Don't blame him for that one.
Especially after they miss the opportunity to get their set shot there. They miss that one, then you have to waste the timeout.
Yep.
The Wolves, just updating everybody on timeouts right now, the Wolves still have 3 remaining, including their full, as well, and the Pioneers have 2 remaining, including their full. Pretty critical as the game this tight comes down towards the end. Remembering how many fouls, remember how many timeouts are left.
Yep.
Giving everybody a quick update on the fouls. Right now, Cal State East Bay has committed 6 fouls and a half to the Wolves 4. So on the next foul by Cal State East Bay, the Wolves will be going to the line shooting 1 and 1.
And that's where those free throws will start to play an important role, even more now with it being a 2-point lead by Cal State East Bay.
We get another stat update here from our statistician, Shane Van Matter. The Wolves are right now shooting 47% from the field, while Cal State East Bay is shooting 50%. Wolves right now, Kyle Long comes back in the game. Must not be shaking up too much from that earlier. Nice little turnaround shot on the pursuit. Wolves commit a loose ball foul. See if it goes against Long or White, and it does go against White on there.
And that's due to bad positioning.
those ones are bad. You always want to chase those ones down, and it's just unfortunate when you just reach a little bit. You understand why, but it's tough on those ones when it's hustle plays. You can't get too handsy out there.
Can't be too mad at hustle.
No.
Again, it looks like Coach Ferguson's gone to a little bit of a 2-3 zone here.
Ball comes off long right there by Samuels, and Gearing gets a rebound, but gets up to Long, who gives it right over to Samuels, who gets the easy layup. Yeah. Probably the easiest one of the year right there with quick hands, gets the steal, putting the Pioneers back up 63-59. And as we saw right there, we got to see Colton Nelson head over. He'll be sending back in the game. Coach Ferguson must feel that he can play pretty smart with 4 fouls. At the same time, the Wolves can't afford that amount of game. They need his scoring, his rebounding, and his defense out there.
Now is where you take the opportunities.
You mentioned him losing over 40 pounds in the offseason. That defense has been the thing that's really showed to me, or at least early in the season. He just moves so much better.
Oh, yeah, and you can tell, and he's still going to, like I said earlier, he's still going to get used to playing with that body size.
And right there, Jamal Veal goes very strong, misses the layup, but at the same time, everybody claps towards him, giving Gearing the chance to get the layup, or the rebound, and the easy layup. Wolves pull back within 2 at 63-61. Gearing's right now on the outside on the perimeter. You don't want him guarding that gentleman. The Wolves have gone to a little bit of a zone, and the ball comes off a little bit strong right there.
And Jamal got that rebound, and you may have heard Coach Ferguson talk about be active, Jamal, be active. Nice job being active there.
Kyle Long gets a nice little lean in, misses it. Chris Bama White does the exact same thing, gets the offensive rebound. Wolves are fighting for it. Jamal hustle. Jamal Veal gets the Wolves' third offensive rebound of that possession right there. Makes the basket, gets the foul, goes to the line for the chance to give the Wolves the lead. It's tied up at 63 right now with 5:35 to go.
That's just great hustle. Not stopping, and that's probably all the workouts that they've been doing this offseason.
And with that size, as you mentioned before, it's kind of like offensive line in football. You might not be the best in that first quarter, but it's wearing on them. And then you're able to hopefully just pound it down in on them and late in the game. Fourth quarter is in football, and then in this game where maybe they're just losing their legs a little bit, got some of their guys in foul trouble, very important. Veal knocks it down, gives the Wolves a free throw.
Good minutes by Jamal Veal right here.
And that's actually the Wolves' first free throw of the second half. First free throw attempt even, so knock it down. And at the same note there, Wolves will now be on the bonus in their next shot. They were before, but yes, very big.
Huge.
Work! Cal State East Bay doesn't have their whole starting lineup in there. Samuels is out of the game right now, but Wynne is still in there, deadly as ever. Finds the open three-pointer. Ball comes off long. Rebound right there to Jarrell Turner. 15.
Start is the shot. That thing, that live and die by the 3. That's turning into the Pioneers' main shot.
Those legs get a little bit tighter as the game goes on, and maybe even on the Wolves side, exactly. Got to see it
right there.
Just left a little short. Either expecting the contact and never got it, and legs are a little worse. That's got to be a double dribble, and we did see that right there. As you see the double dribble, it goes as a turnover on Jarrell Turner, but really the defense is what did it right there. Seeing that he had nowhere to go with that shot, and you panic a little bit, and you try to make the the playground move, which is going to be called every single time.
Key stretch here for the Wolves right now. With the 1-point lead, they got to play smart. Can't force too many things right now. Got to just play within their offense. The shots will come. Move the ball. They'll be all right.
I mentioned this is their second half starters on the floor, so this is definitely key. With 4:35 left in the half, the Wolves know that they got to get some offense, some defense, go with their team on the floor. It's a tough call right there. As Long gets a lot of body contact and nothing goes against him. And right back down the floor go the Pioneers. Jarrell Turner gets the dunk, giving Cal State East Bay the lead again at 65-64 with 4:14 on the clock. Long gets the ball picked away from him by Trey Malden with a quick steal, quick hands. You don't want to leave that guy open. No. Good play. That Wolves probably caught a little break right there. Jason Smith could just not corral the ball when he had a lot of opportunity right there.
Got a little too excited. Smart timeout by Brady Bergeson.
I agree.
Smart timeout. Things are getting a little hectic out there. Down by 1. Good opportunity to set up a play, half-court play coming out. You got 26 seconds left on the shot clock. Use some time, make some good passes, you'll be all right.
And pretty smart, too, in the fact that a lot of coaches will wait when they know that media timeout's coming because they're afraid to take it, but the Wolves use that timeout, giving them 2 left in the half. And the media timeout will come on the next dead ball, so he'll have a lot of opportunities to talk with his guys over this one. Just hopefully they can set up a strong play, take the lead back, if not get a foul, and continue to play strong here down the half. As you look, right now we're staring into the huddle of it. You see a lot of determined looks out there, and a lot of people really looking at, not looking away, but looking at Brady as he talks. Which just body language goes a long ways. You can see it in a lot of ones when you talk to, coaches and stuff like that, how the week of practice is going, things like that. So it's very good to see as they get well concentrated and have a lot going for them. As we see right here, the women's basketball game, the women will play in the tournament too. They're doing the GNAC CCA Challenge. They'll be back here tomorrow at 1 p.m. The game will be called by legendary Oregon announcer, Daryl Lonnie. And then the men's game will be tomorrow evening at 5:30. Mark Gilman will be back with you to call that game. The Wolves inbound the ball. Kyle Long gets it over to Jordan Freelander. Kyle Long is just fighting. Him and Jason Smith have been battling up on the perimeter all game.
Trying to get either Blair or Kyle a good look.
Man, it's been a defensive battle.
It has.
Good shooting, and the teams are only in the mid-60s. Blair Whedon with the shot, the D3. Him and Wynne have been battling all game, and ball just came off there for a while.
Someone's got to stop ball. So important to stop ball.
Very important to stop ball, as they're able to find Jarrell Turner for the layup, giving Cal State East Bay the three-point lead at 67-64 with 3:18 on the clock. Good to see some man-to-man D on both sides, which is what you want to see. Zone isn't always, it makes it a lot more interesting down this stretch when the guys go head-to-head. Cal State East Bay picks up the foul. We go with number 34, Jason Smith. It'll be setting Kyle Long to the line right after this media timeout. Give you a couple little updates right now on some other things out there. The GNAC All-Conference team. Just want to make sure we mentioned some of that Jason Slowey got GNAC Offensive Lineman of the Year, Gavin Drake Defensive Lineman of the Year. But joining Jason Slowey on the first team offense was Trevor Gates, and on defense, the Wolves actually picked up 6 honors in total. Gavin Drake on the defensive line, Scotland Foss is the linebacker, Bryce Pila is the defensive back, Isaiah Buchanan also is the defensive back, Scott Buki as a punter, and Lucas Gonzalez as a punt returner. On the second team offense, the Wolves had quarterback Evan Mazzocchi, running back Kenneth Haynes, wide receiver, the freshman Tyrell Williams, Kyle Lavender as a tight end, Paul Gutzman on the offensive line, along with Kevin Brockman and Una Smiley. They also had kicker Kelly Morgan and kick returner Trevor Roush. On second team defense was Gustav Benton, Devin Wells, and King Manu. It was a good season by the Wolves, maybe not the way they wanted it to end with that game down at Humboldt State, but hopefully that's the next step forward as they were able to kind of get over the hump of Central Washington. But now, as we mentioned, we're back in the basketball season as we see Kyle Long come to the line shooting 1-1. These ones are so important down here. We talk about free throws all game long, but especially the 1-1s. And as we mentioned, Kyle Long is one of those guys you want to have at the line.
If you want to hit foul shots, this is your guy to do it.
Knocks down his third foul shot of the game, go a perfect 3 for 3. Coming back, shooting another. Wolves trail currently 67-65, 3:11 on the clock. Knocks down his second straight, bringing the Wolves back to within 1. That is 13 points now for Long, who trails only Whedon on the team, who has 19. Whedon's actually scored those 19 pretty quietly, so it's pretty interesting to see. Wolves go with Jordan Freelander over there on Wynne. They're best on-ball defenders. They know how important this stretch is.
Pioneers run a little flex offense, a little patient offense right now. Wolves got to stay patient just as much. Communicate, talk, watch for the screens.
That ball comes off Long. Samuels hits the side of the backboard in a way, and it kind of a weird little angle there, and just unable to hit that side shot. Wolves get the rebound, chance to take the lead. Jordan Freelander gets it over to Kyle Long, waiting for the pick as Chris White comes up, screens, finds Freelander in the corner for the 3. There it is. Knocks it down. That is a big shot.
Huge shot. 2-point lead right now, 2-minute stretch.
69-67, Wolves lead now with 2:12 left on the clock.
Dig down now, they're going to run their flex offense. Almost had it. Good hustle, that's it. I think they're
See
going
which,
to
see which call that one goes. Ooh, they gave
Timeout.
Cal State East Bay the timeout on that one. That was a tough little timeout. Ball actually, Kyle Long was in perfect defensive position. The ball actually slipped right under his hand, as I was almost anticipating to say the steal right there. But nonetheless, forced a timeout from Cal State East Bay, who's now down to 1 left in the game. And it's just their 4 remaining, as Coach Jared Gibson makes sure to ask the scorebook keeper, Kirsten Nett, who's been with the Wolves for 5 seasons, quite a veteran on the job and well trusted over there. The Wolves lead right now, 69-67, with 2:05 on the clock.
And what the Pioneers are going to be doing with this flex offense, in the flex offense, there's a lot of tight cuts, a lot of screening, a lot of short dump-off passes. The Wolves have to remain calm, communicate a little bit, especially when those screens come, because when you screen so close, you're going to have, there's opportunity for some miscommunication and someone getting wide open. So communication very important right now for the Wolves, and you can hear Jared.
Wolves actually came out in a 3-2 defense, if I'm not mistaken, right there. Kyle Long fighting for it as the ball was exposed really quickly, but it gets too much of an arm there for the officials' liking. That's the 6th foul now in the half on the Wolves. Looks like the Wolves are going to stay in the zone for this one.
Yeah, a little 1-1-3. Talking my meeting earlier with Jared Gibson, he said they might bring it out just a little bit, kind of see how they react.
Strong move to the hoop right there by Samuels, who ball just sits on the back of the iron and falls in. Tying the game back up to 69 with 1:35 left on the clock. As much as you would rather see the Wolves out controlling fashion, these ones are fun to see. Fans like to see close games.
Good take.
Great take there by Jordan Freelander.
Good take. Gotta get back, gotta get back, gotta get back.
Good finish. He comes up grimacing a little bit. You see him wearing that elbow pad right there. And for good reason, as he's one of their grittiest guys, getting on the floor, getting down,
Can't have
getting up
that.
his body. 3-point shot there by Jason Smith. Fortunately, just falls off.
Oh, what a steal, what a pass. What a
Strong
pass.
hustle rebound right over there.
There it is.
Kyle Long did a good job stepping in front and reading the ball. And Blair Whedon gets fouled. There was no reason really there for the Pioneers to do it. They were playing aggressive and trying to trap on the Wolves' better ball handlers in the corner, which can be tough to do. But from the Wolves' point of view, good thing to send Blair Whedon to the line. You don't, even though you aren't able to take time off the clock, important to be able to send somebody like this to the line with a chance to knock down a couple free throws, with the Wolves leading 71-69 and 1:01 left on the clock.
That's 2 huge steals on that end of the court by Kyle Long. One at the end of the half and one right now.
And that's one thing I've been hearing a lot of times too. The coaches went back last year and weren't as impressed with his defense, but then when we got to practice this year, I heard from Coach Schomburg, Coach Bergerson, Coach Gibson, everybody saying how good of a defender Kyle Long is and could be. So it's very impressive to see him, especially stepping up and guarding Samuels down here down the stretch too. Whedon knocks both those ones down, giving the Wolves a 4-point lead with 61 seconds remaining on the clock.
Well, the Wolves the Pioneers probably gonna let this ball roll here. They may not look for that 3 right away, but knowing these guys, they just like that.
That was too easy giving up right there.
Too easy.
You gotta do more, you gotta have a little bit better defense out there than that. Terrell Turner gets to dunk off the assist right there from Roshun Wynne.
If I'm the Wolves right here, you set up, set your play up, you call your best play, start making a move around 9-8 seconds left, but you go for the best shot.
Wolves lead 73-71 with 34 seconds on the clock. Give the ball to Kyle Long. Very valuable ball handler. And he is called for the travel as that lane inside was cut off to him. Hesitated there a little bit, and during the course of the hesitation, just dragged that foot more than he needed to. So, giving the ball back to the East Bay with a chance to tie or take the lead with the basket. 25 seconds remaining on the clock. Let's see that defense coming out right now.
This is it.
They give the ball to Samuels, gets over in the corner to Wynne. Freelander on him. Wolves are in man-to-man defense. Wynne says, get away from me, and he's going to go to the top of the key. Or top up there, gets the timeout. As Coach Will Biggs takes a 20-second timeout. That's actually their full timeout and their final timeout of the game. There's 11.7 on the clock. It's a tough stretch right here. We've been looking from the Wolves' perspective all night and said how they got to play some defense, but right now, switch to the other side. If you are Cal State East Bay, what do you do?
Well, you'd like to get 2 shots out of this. With 11.7 seconds left, give or take, it's going to be a little bit difficult to do that. maybe start the drive at around 7-6 seconds. You crash the boards and hope for a tip back, put back. But from the Wolves side of things, all game long we've stressed the word rebound, rebound, rebound. If you ever is the time to get a rebound, this is the opportunity right here. If there is a shot up that misses, you come down with the boards, you walk to the other end and shoot 2 free throws.
Well, question for you then, if you're on the outside and you're somebody like Blair Weed or Kyle Long and somebody else's guy drives and go to the hoop, do you come down and help with the opportunity to possibly leave that guy open for a three-pointer?
And it'll be interesting to see what kind of defense Coach Bergeson comes out, but if they're going to go man-to-man, which I would expect that they would in this opportunity, you don't want to play a 2-3 zone, but yeah, I would, rotate, especially with, it's all going to depend on what, the Pioneers try to do. Are they going to try to go for the win? Are they going to try to go for the tie? But it's so tough to leave these guys open for 3, and all it takes is 1 3.
That's what I mean. I think, you don't give away a layup, but it's tough to suck it too much.
To go to the tie.
Samuels goes to the hoop right here. Looks over in the corner. Gets the ball over to Nick Marshall. Ball comes off strong. Good look there from Jerome. Rebound by Roshun Wynne, who's just fired off at the end of this one. Couple good looks there for him, but hey, ball bounces your way sometimes. Really can't believe that Jerome Turner missed that tip in right there, but hey, you get lucky every once in a while and ball bounces your way. And hey, regardless, this was a fight to the finish. Wolves deserve to win this game. Really, even the Pioneers deserve to win this game. But that's just the way it goes. 2 great games today. 2 great games. You see a lot of respect over there, but just a great overall victory by the Wolves tonight. We're going to have Michael talk to you really quick. We're going to try to get Chris Bama White on the post-game show.
Just a great, and again, Wolves fans, if you're just tuning in, you missed one heck of a game. It's 73-71, the first victory by the new head coach, Brady Bergeson. A huge monster rebound by Chris Bama White at the last second with about 2 seconds left that secured this win, and he got up. So for the leading scorers for the Wolves is Blair Whedon with 21, Kyle Long at 13, Jordan Freelander with 11, Jamal Veal with 10. And for the Cal State East Bay, the total points were 15 for Roshun Wynne, 20 for Mark Samuels, and 11 for Jason Smith. So the 3 guards for Cal State East Bay, who were the keys here, coming through.
Hold up.
All right, and we are here live now with Chris Bama White.
Yes, sir.
Hey, great victory, nice close victory. I'm sure you guys would have liked it a little bit closer. Talk to us just briefly what this